We're gonna get going in the fine world of Oilers Colors Entertainment. We have another title to win, damn it. I hope. So again, for those that missed it, we have been dominant so far this season, and at the trade deadline, we acquired one Matthew Tkachuk, and we also acquired one Oliver Ekman-Larsson, because why the hell not? We have the ability to do so. So second year running, we are absolutely going for another Stanley Cup. Absolutely. Time for some franchise mode RNG. Pretty much. And for those of you wondering, like, man, you did all that. You must not have draft picks. Oh, come on now. Honey, you're so naive. Because again, remember that San Jose gave us 4 first-round picks to offer sheet Jesse Puljujarvi. So there is that. Dunno. What's going on? Welcome to whatever the hell this is now. Oh, God. The cap situation. We have $6 million in cap space. So, Ekman-Larsson might be a rental. We have some contracts that are up, like Matt Tkachuk is 100% pure rental. But we're not looking that bad. We should be able to be, perfect next season. It'll be fine. Do you not have a draft picks, dumbass? Well, What's the best way to scout? Pretty straightforward. Just leave it on auto. Leave it on auto. Now, of course, if you're playing with Fog of War on, you're gonna want pro scouts. If you're playing with it off, you're only gonna want amateur scouts. And I recommend, of course, 2 scouts in the W, the O. Before the draft comes up, like a month before, you can look through and see if there's anybody that your scouts haven't looked at, and make sure that they get looked at. But for the most part, just leave it on auto. It'll do the job. It will do the job. It'll be fine. So, actually, you know what? I should probably get another set of North American scouts now that I think about it. How'd you do this? I mean, it's me. It's not that difficult, to be honest, in terms of... that's right, I couldn't have enough scouts anyway, unless I get rid of a Russian scout. One Russian scout, or... You know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to make this change. So I need another U.S. East, Central, and West. Who wants to go to the U.S.? Wow, you are great at everything. Okay, how good are you at everything? You're going to U.S. West. Who's ready for this team to somehow get swept in the playoffs? And see, last time we thought we would get swept in the playoffs, we nearly blew a 3-1 lead to Anaheim, and then we went on to win the Stanley Cup in fairly dominant fashion. So there's no telling really how this is going to go. Julia, you're off to U.S. Central. U.S. Central, but at the same time, scouts are kind of useless for 19 through 22 because you make it a real... Well, no, I mean, there's still plenty of computer-generated players. Like, if you create all the players that I've created, which, again, I'm still working on updating that fucking roster editing doc list. It's a major pain in the ass. But I'm still working on that. If you add everybody, there's still computer-generated players after the first draft. So, I wouldn't say they're worthless. And if anything, it's the computer-generated players in the first-year draft that are worth taking more than the real players, because a lot of the real players only have medium bottom 6 or medium 9, So, alright. So with that, I think we're good. I think we're going to take a quick scroll through what every other team is looking like really quickly. No, I'm not adjusting the lights for every team, although that'd be hilarious. So, we start, I'm going in reverse order. Let's do it. I'm going in reverse order. And we'll take a quick look at what these squads are looking like. I legit have the roster in the dock in my Chrome Faves bar. Me too! Because I go there all the time. They have Alex Turcotte, Tom Wilson still there, Burakovsky, Kuznetsov, Josh Norris, Tyler Bertuzzi, and TJ Oshie. Nick Backstrom still there. Ovi retired after the last season. So Spencer Knight started a 70 medium elite for me, grew to a 91. Sounds about right. Sure, thank you. They're great, aren't they? They're great. I love them. So much. So much. Defense, Lucas Johansson, John Carlson, Kempney, Rasmus Sandin, who we traded to them, Keith Yandel, and Jonas Siegenthaler. You got new lights. Wait. New lights you got going back. I know. Well, I know. Anyway, goalies. Holtby, still an 89. It's that 0 out of 2 consistency, let's be honest. And then Vanishek also there. Igor Zhiganov is a healthy scratch. Hopefully, if you wanted to look at Washington and you're watching on stream, or I'm not going to spend that much time on it, you got to see everything you wanted to. You got to look quick. Oh, God. But Scheifele, Laine's only 25. We're not that far. I thought we were further into this. Laine's only 25. It's nuts. Ellers, Connors, Vesalainen, Appleton, Wheeler, 37 years old. They ended up with Connor McClellan, who's 21. How's Pool Party doing? We'll see. Of course I'm going to check once he's there. We know he's not doing well, though. We checked before. But Stanley Trouba, Pouliot, Anthony Honka, Dahlstrom and Jake McCabe, Goaler, Hellebuck, 88. Hayden Hill is a backup. Blakely, Nogier, and Hutton as scratches. Vegas, Jesus. 91 Lafreniere, 85 Cody Glass, 93 Kenny Rintoul, who is franchise. Pacioretty, Carlson, Tuck, Cam Morrison, Bowers, and Matt Boldy, Kolsar, Jake Evans, Matthew Strome. Vegas is looking nuts. Defense is Theodore and McIntosh. Was a first-round pick. Haig, McNabb, Eric Bronstrom, and Philip Perreault. Goalie is, Jonathan Bernier. Peter Mrazek. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I mean, Kachuk's 26, and we know he's old. Do we know that, though? Vancouver, Pedersen still a 91. Besser a 92. Duchesne and Horvat, Lucas Raymond, Travis Boyd, Tyler Mott, Donato Dauphin, and Josh Anderson. Defense. Morgan Riley and Eunice Brodin, Bowen Byram and Ole Levy, Mike Riley, and Jake Gardner. That's a very interesting defense. Goaltender is Rorkin and DiPietro at an 85. Where's Demko? He's on our team, silly. Come on. Derek Brassard, Michael Grabner, and Nikolai Goldobin. So I haven't been here in a while. Just finished the Anaheim episode. Now I see it tonight. Looks like the lighting. Wait. Like the lighting more in that stream personally, but whatever. Well, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, right? As far as that last stream goes, I was using the same lights that are now colored. For the sake of being like, hey, it's all bright now and stuff, right? So, technically, I can make it brighter in here with the ring lights. But, I mean, you gotta go with the orange and blue, even though the orange, again, is dominating that wall. And it kind of bothers me a little bit. But I'm very limited to what I can do, because, again, wall here, wall there, it's limited. How much roster editing you do, I expect you to know every player's birth year by heart. Fair point. Fair point. Tirana. Nylander, Matthews, Marner, Jeff Skinner, John Tavares, Jeremy Bracco, Grunstrom, Pascal LeBurge, Ryan Spooner, Dominic Fritz, Alan McShane, and Nathan Tripp. Going on defense, Liljegren at an 85. Of course, we traded them Subban. Zaitsev and Dermott, Dahan and Lindgren. Goaltenders still Freddie Anderson and Ian Scott as the backup. SDA never developed, and Santini's a backup, or a healthy scratch. Tampa Bay. Miller, Stamkos, and Jaskalainen, who was a first-round pick. 48. Carter Verhaeghe is still their second-line center with Kucherov. That's insane that Kucherov's not on the top line. Kachuk, Gord, and Johnson, Volkov, Joseph, and Watson. Warrior, what's going on, man? Defensively, it's Hedman and Sergachev, still. Cheka and Foote. Spencer and Ryan McDonough is still there. That top four is disgusting. Goalies, Ingram and Vasilevsky, as you'd expect. Renanen, Tamela, and Kaliev, healthy scratches. Probably not for the best to have Kaliev be a healthy scratch, but, you know. St. Louis, Schwartz, Fabry, Tarasenko, Matthew Savoy. 84 overall, 20 years old, Shen and Oliver Wahlstrom. Bagansky, Kyrou, and Bach. 83 and 84, Thomas, Musel, and Isaiah Guerra. Bracco makes that pillage at second liner. I'll give $25 to everybody in there. I mean, I'll hold you to that. I will hold you to that. Oh, Dunn and Petrangelo, Perunovic, Pareko, Edmondson, and Justin Barron. It's not a bad defense. Waitfoot's name is Callan? Yes, goes by Cal for short. My whole life's a lie. Well, you know. Goaltenders, Fitzpatrick and Jake Allen still in St. Louis. That's depressing. That's depressing. Who would you scratch on the Lightning so that Kaliev can play? Austin Watson. Matthew Joseph. Because he's 27. And I'd play Carter Verhaeghe at 4th line center. Tyler Johnson, 3rd line center. Gord up to the 2nd line. Play Kaliev on the right wing. So you could squatch? You could scratch Watson or Joseph, or squatch them both. What is squatching? Is that like the act of turning somebody into a Sasquatch as like a prank? Who'd the Bruins get for Grizz? Well, it could have been a free agent signing, Pyro. Oh, God. Nolan Foote just calls him Noel. That'd be pretty sweet. San Jose, Hurdle, Couture, and Pool Party, who, again, is being paid. Now, here's the thing. For those of you who don't know, take a guess. How much do you think Puljujarvi is being paid? 40 points in 63 games. Not too bad. However, don't know if he's worth nearly $14 million per. Just my 2 cents. Just my 2 cents. Whew. Sergachev, come on. No need to be specific. Kane, Chartier, and Meyer, Wade Allison, Latunov, Hyman, Dow Cole, Cirelli, and Foligno. Foligno. You should scratch OEL. Or you should squatch OEL. Well, you know. Hamilton, Carlson, Merkley, Braun, Petrovich, and Kyle Wood. Goaltender, Van Paldenberg, and Kemper. Yikes. You can barely tell how pale you are with the lights. That's a little bit of movie magic. It's a little bit of movie magic known as saturation. It's great. It's great, isn't it? Oh, boy. Let's see. Pittsburgh. Gensel, Crosby still there. Down to an 82. 2 years left on that deal. Kessel, Farabee, Louis Ambul, Connor Brown, Bjorkfist, Theo Oroche, Sherbach, Gergensons, Deneau, and Sissons. Pool parties cost a lot. Depends on where you go. Letty, Colin Miller, Olimata, Demoulin, Juice, and Schultz. That's a rough defense. Pittsburgh seen better days. Jari and Jonathan Lemieux. That's a rough time in Pittsburgh right now. And of course, Alexiak is still there. We started this before he was traded. How many years did they give Pool Party? I think it was 5. I think. Philly, Giroux, Couturier, Voracek, still there. Pavel Dorofeyev, Nolan Patrick, Konechny, Lindblom, Frost, and Obey Kubel. Simmons, Rubtsov, and Bailey. Justin Bailey, of course. Defense, Provorov and Ghost Bear. Sanheim, John Moore, Nick Jensen, and Scott Mayfield. Let's see, Carter Hart, 91. 91 Carter Hart. And Olivier Rodrigue, who we dealt to them. Duclair, Rust, and Byron, the scratches in Philly. Let's see, Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk, Braden Point, Mark Stone still there. Jason Zucker, Colin White. Every time.
Thomas! Tata!
Every time. Has to be done. There we go. Perron, Logan Brown, Alex Formanton, Sadawi, Lundstrom, Aston Reese. Defense is Hot Sam Bacho, Shabatawa, Severson, Bernard Docker, and Pulak. That's a really good top 4. That's just a really good defense in general. Lajoie being 3rd pairing. Damn. I should double check to see how Ottawa's doing in the standings. Because they do have 90 Jake Ottinger in goal. Viscaric is the backup. Patan, Shillington, and Hlapik as the backup. Or the healthy scratches, I should say. Same thing. The Rangers. Denisenko, Zibanejad, Bushnevich, Kravtsov, Kerfoot, Zuccarello, Kaloran, Hedel, Spiller. Former first-round pick. Olofsson, Howden, and Elias Anderson. Defense is Shea Pia, Crawley, and Nils Lundqvist, D'Angelo. Matthias Samuelsson at a 74. That's rough. Shosturkin and Lindbaum as the goaltending tandem. Cotton, Logan Stankoven, Marco Rossi. You probably shouldn't have these two as healthy scratches. Just gonna throw that out there. The AI should be a little bit smarter. Make a trade, move somebody out so that they can play 4th line minutes. You can't tell me that you can't find a deal. Well, you might not be able to find a deal for Zook. Find some way to get rid of Zuccarello and Kaloran. Bring in a 3rd pairing defenseman. And make room for Stankoven and Marco Rossi. Very disappointing to see how bad the AI can be in terms of, asset management. Islanders, oh my god. Man, this team is so sick. Noel Gundler, Kirby Dach, Josh Hosang, Dylan Cousins, Matt Barzal, and Aroniemi. So they ended up with quite a few top picks. Beauvillier, Spears, Bellows, Fogle, Gambrell, and Kirby Reichel. Defense, Essa Lindell. Alright, so the defense is a little bit hit or miss. It's not that bad, though. Bodie Wild's there, Keandre Miller, Stetcher, and Noah Dobson. Goalie is... Oh, Christ alive. Oh, it's so disappointing to see AI teams with goaltending like this. Ouch. Like, they're both medium starter potential, but that's bad. Tony Kuukkanen... Okay, he shouldn't be a healthy scratch either. He's low elite. What are you doing? Trade a defenseman. Like, trade... Okay, here's what you do to fix the Islanders, right? It's pretty simple. You trade a defenseman to make room for Kuukkanen, Tukkanen, whatever the hell his name was. So, trade Stetcher and Rodney, or Doherty for that matter. Probably trade Rodney. Bring in a better goalie. And then you have room for that defenseman to play. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty easy. But no, we can't do that. We can't do that, apparently. Nashville, Forsberg, Johansson, Marchessault, or Johansson. Because they also have Marcus Johansson. Arvidsson, Turris, Tolvanen, up to an 85. Has 58 points in 63 games. Smith, Baptiste, Yarncroke, and Brock McGinn. Yossi and Ellis still there. Ekholm and Fabro, Shattenkirk, DeMello. Goalies, Saros, and Subban. Lagesson, Rodriguez, and Carrier, healthy scratches. That goaltending's legendary. Trade them a goalie, be nice to them. I already did that to Philly to give them a better backup. The Devils, Hall, Hischer, Palmieri, Brat, Nick Suzuki, Joey Anderson, Bastion. John Quinville made it up to an 85, which is still nuts. Lekanen, Nikolaev, Zaka, and Delandria. How's Delandria doing after we traded him? 13 points. Might have been the right move. Defense, oh my god. So Noah Delamont and Philip Broberg. That's ridiculous. Wow. You got Steven Bukaboom and Ty Smith, Gudis, and Shannon Graham. Goalies, Philip Gustafson and Hunter Jones. It's not a bad looking team. Boakvist, McLeod, and Yalmerson as the healthy scratches. Montreal, Toffoli, Kotkaniemi, and Vasily Podkolzin. How are they doing? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Like, just the sight of that should give Habs fans the vapors. Because it could technically happen. Although the Habs are in too good of a spot right now. But you never know. It could happen. Maybe. Doubtful, but it could. Max Domi, Anton Lundell, and Dane Hogan, Stepan, Cole Caulfield, Andrew Shaw, Shinkarik, Paling, and Tierney. Defense is Josh Morrissey, Josh Brook, Noah Juleson, Victor Mete, Thomas Harley, and Alex Romanoff. That's not that bad. Who has Jack Hughes in this? Los Angeles, I believe. Carey Price, still the goalie, with Peter Kvaka as the backup. Healthy scratches, Yanni Eichen, Matt Benning, and Jeff Petrie-Dish. It might be Colorado, it might be LA, I'm not sure. I think it's LA, though. Not entirely sure. Minnesota, Andreas Janssen, Mikhail Granlund, Jordan Greenway, Will Bitten, Luke Kunin, Cole Sillinger, Dominic Simone, Eric Sinek, and Zekov. Quentin Byfield, fourth liner. At least they're actually playing him. Charlie Coyle and Jimmy Vesey. Defense is Evan Bouchard, Matt Dumba, Philip Johansson, Louis Belpedio, Kevin Miller, Jordan Schmaltz. Goalie is Capo Kakkonen and Martin Jones. Kakkonen didn't really develop. Healthy scratches, Sundqvist, Nieves, and Tessier. He probably shouldn't be a healthy scratch, but what do I know? I'm not a doctor. Let's see, LA ended up with Roddy. So yeah, I think Jack Hughes went to Colorado. Well done to, God, who mentioned it? Kofster. I think Kofster was right. I confused the two. But Roddy, that's not how you pronounce his name. That's what I'm calling him, is with Adrian Kempe and Nino. Lardy, Jeff Carter down to a 77. And Kyle Cernkovich, which is nuts. Mike McCarron, Rasmus Kupari, Alex Chason, Cogliano, Wagner, Anderson, Dolan. Defense is Muzzin Doughty, Drysdale, Martinez, Cole, and Clegg. Goalies, Ranta, and Grubauer. Colton Anze Kopitar is a healthy scratch. That is disappointing. Who got Savoy? I think it was St. Louis. We already saw him. I think it was St. Louis. Florida, Huberdeau, Barkov, Hoffman, Dodonov, Trocheck, and Tippett. Heponiemi, Borgstrom, Vetrano. That's just a realistic top 9. That's just a realistic top 9 for Florida. Mulligan, Howryuk, and Little. There is one player on this team who is not currently within the Florida Panthers organization, and that's Brian Little. It's crazy. Defense, Joakim Vanainen and Aaron Ekblad, Ty Berry and Mike Matheson, Nassen and Moritz Cedar. Cedar. Goalie. This game sometimes, man. Reimer and DeSmith, scratches of Ong, Stillman, and Schmitz. Detroit, still nuts. God, between the Islanders and the Red Wings, I don't know what team I'd rather use, but they're both crazy. Steve Dangle hacked your game. That makes sense. Zadina, Larkin, and Dylan Genther, Mantha, Perfetti, and Athanasiou, Klimchuk, Rasmussen, Nyquist, Giovanni, Smith, Joe Valeno, and Devin Shore. Did he somehow get 0 out of 2? Apparently. Cholowski and Ronick, Marcus Pettersson, Jared McIsaac, Lintuniemi, and Vili Saariarvi. Goalies, Joe Wall and Sasha Nold, who we drafted, I think. Nope, we didn't. Okay, never mind. I always see the name Nold, I think we did. De Kaiser, Raphael Lavoie, Nick Holden. Texky, what's going on? We better be playing Apex tonight. I can't play with randoms, it's the worst. Dallas, Ben, Sagan, and Alex Newhook. Anders Lee, Hall of Robertson, Tufty, Dickinson, Gurionov. Dzingel, Faxa, Furland. It's not a bad team. Defense is Haskin and Klingberg, CC, and Julius Honka, Forsling, and Hetherington, which is nuts. Goalie-wise, Blackwood and Allmark. Blackwood up to an 87. EA refused to make a PC port of the game so people can't data mine it. You know, that actually makes quite a bit of sense. You might not be wrong. Alex Radulov. 1 year left on his deal. Not bad. Colorado, Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen. Silverberg, Jack Hughes, and Martin Kaut. Wojciechowski, Jostin O'Brien. We had O'Brien last year. I work early all weekend. God damn. Hawalka, Pitlick, and Roussel. Defense is Gerard McCarr, who's up to a 91, which is nuts. Timmins, Nate Schmidt, Niemelainen, Mellock. Goalies, Varlamov and Petrozelli. How are Ben and Sagan still on the Stars? I thought both would have been traded. They worked it out. Considering how much better people made Madden already, probably. Yeah, data mining is a hell of a deal on PC. Just in terms of like, hey, here's how we can mod the game to make it better. Chicago. I only work till 8 tomorrow if you want to play early. Define early, Texky. Drew N. and Simon Tyval. Kane, Saad, Dylan Strome, and DeBrincat. It's not a bad top 6. Perlini, Lafferty, and Iafalo, Hayden, Jonathan Taves, fourth liner, Kevin LeBanc. Defense, Tennish. Are we talking Tennish AM or PM? I'm very much confused. Boqvist with Ian Mitchell, Yoki Harju, and Chad Chris, Bodan, and Tanev. And Simon Tyvala winger. What I saw for him was forward. So, you know, I know you sleep until 10:30. Only lately. Normally I get up later. Or earlier, I should say. Normally I get up earlier, but my schedule dipped a little bit. So, I have been getting up kind of late. Taxi, we'll see what we can make happen. Trevor Zegras, healthy scratch on Calgary. Not a good idea. Mike Smith is still there at 41 years old. Get ready, Flames fans. He's never leaving. Goodrow, Monahan, Dallin, Pekka, Pettinen, Lindholm, and Kreider. Poirier, Dubé, Pollock, Godin, Bennett, and Quokinen. Defense is Hannafin, Hamonic, Brody, and Hickey, Valiev, and Boye. Who we got on Columbus? Let's get through these final few here, shall we? No set plan refers to the sleep schedule as well. It really does. At least Smith isn't an 89. Dunno, he was. He was, if that makes you feel any better. He absolutely was. Temi Panarin and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Atkinson still there. Bjorkstrand, Kalle Johansson, and Bryce Hancock. Milano, Nelson, Kayumov, Lowry, Jenner, Leipzig. Defense, Werenski and Quinn Hughes. David Savard, Gabe Carlson, Scandella, and Connor Murphy. Goalie is Bobrovsky.
Oh, what's his name? Poplinski?
Bobrovsky!
Yes.
I need another sip, so it's kill time. You know, there has to be a way. K-Town, my other friends dropped a 35 bomb. Jesus Christ. There has to be... Hold on. I have to do something stupid really quickly. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. There has to be something dumb that I can do really quickly. Hold on. There's gotta be something. Right? There's gotta be something dumb I can do really quickly. I gotta figure out something dumb really quickly. Hold on. There's gotta be a good way to do this. And I will figure it out. God damn. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Let's see. So. Hey, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. That's better. I'll be able to program this straight up more frequently. I'm gonna have way too much fun with these lights. Way too much fun with these lights. Oh, it's the best. One more time! Keep it going! Jacking off two dicks at the same time. Oh, boy. I'm gonna have too much fun with these. I'm gonna have way too much fun with these. Alright, let's just go ahead and, stop that. Thank you. Holy shit, stop! They're out of control! They're out of control! Stop, please! They're out of control! There we go. There we go, now back to the Edmonton lighting. Yes. Yes. I have the odd feeling to throw dollar bills, as you should. As you should. Again, I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. Oh, God. I'm gonna have way too much fun with that. Anyway, let's keep looking at teams, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, God. Remember when Ty Ratty was good? No, I don't. I really don't, actually. Oh, God. That was great. That was good. That was good. Good stuff. Capo Caco, Sebastian Aho, and Andrei Svechnikov is a ridiculous top line. Mika Petrel, Sam Poulin, Nick Ash and Alex Holtz, Gauthier Stahl, and Hornqvist. Slavin, Falk, Bean, Butcher, Orlov, Rasanen. Goalies, Nedeljkovic, Robin Leonard. Adam Fox, Yusuf Valimaki, and Alexiev, all scratches. Question, why don't you trade them to bring in a little bit of extra forward depth or something? Come on now. Oh, God. Buffalo, Alex Nylander, 93 Eichel, and Sam Reinhart. Calling out his goaltenders, Sam Reinhart. Connor Sherry, Wilson McCann, Middlestad's there. Theas Martinson, Kadri Donskoy, Pearson, Nemesnikov, who don't. I want Nazem Kadri to be a Sabre at some point. That would be great. Dahlin, and Zadorov, Risto, Larson, Goulet, and Bjorn Fott. With, just some guy named Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as a 90. Push over. Oh, Pozo, Bodker, and Palat, all healthy scratches. Boston is Marchand. Oh, God. Did Bergie retire? I'm upset. Wemberg and Pasternak. Felipe, what's up, buddy? Gusev, Beecher, DeBrusk, Kasperi Kapanen, Kevin Hayes. It's gonna happen. Brendan Gallagher, Christek, Walmark, and Ekholm. Defense is Krug, Carlo, Zaboral, Nurse, Vakanainen, and Myers. The goalie, Spencer Knight, of course. Jonathan Quick is the backup. Bergeron is no longer a Bruin. I is upset. I is upset. I am depressed. Mafia 2 tonight as well. Tonight's a Resident Evil night. Mafia will be tomorrow. Clayton Keller, Barrett Hayton, Jordan Eberle, Merkley, Schmaltz, Galchenyuk, Fischer, Dvorak, Svechnikov, Fasting, Stranges, and Luke. Joseph and Chikrin, Zadorov, York, Sherratt and Shea, goalies Comrie and Rask, scratches of Brink, Jameson Reese, and Harvey Brennan. Chuck this game out the window if the Bruins trade Bergeron. He might have retired. And Anaheim, the last team, Raquel, Nuge, Kasha, Sprong, Henrik Jones, Comtois, Rastanev, Richie, Moran, Panik. Defense is Lindholm, Larson, Fowler. Fucking hell, there's so many.
Spurgeon. Can we see the Jared Spurgeon?
There we go. Montour and Manson. Goalies Gibson and Tomek. Steele, Armia, Dillon, healthy scratches. We are finally getting back to this. Let's do it. We have a cup to win, damn it. We have a cup to win. Let's hope this team's momentum hasn't been completely screwed after the acquisition of Matt Tkachuk. There's a decent chance of that happening. If there's no Mafia tonight, what the hell happened for the rest of the night yesterday? It was about 2.5 to 3 hours of wondering what the hell goalie consistency is and trying to figure that out. And then I switched to the division and it crashed on me 3 times. And then it was a little bit of Apex until I decided to call it to get videos done. Because I had to get 3 extra videos done. And all of those videos, it's blue, all those videos are up on the tubes right now. I should probably make this blue shade a little bit brighter, huh? Probably. I'm not going to keep screwing with the lights. Maybe. I might. It's a shiny new toy. Literally. They shine. Lights. Lights. Bright lights. City lights. All right. Yeah. Oh, God. We are up to 55 wins. Why don't you upload the division for some sweet money? I would if I could play the game without it crashing on me. It's crashed on me all 4 times I've tried to load it up. So, you know, that's been fun. We have a chance of hitting 60 wins, my friends. 57, 18, and 3. Can we hit 60? Vancouver's a tough game. Vegas is a tough game. Anaheim's not easy. We don't have any easy games coming up. 3 hours talking about goalie consistency. That's a Tukey stream. Pretty much. Let's see what happens against Vancouver. That is a win. 7-0. Jesus. We got to win 2 out of 3 to hit 60. Let's see what happens before we ultimately get swept in the first round, of course. Because we all know that's going to happen. We have hit 60 wins. We have hit 60 wins. Should upload the part where the game crashed. I'm sure it'll get views. It's working out well for Marco Style. Pointing out, like, hey, here's how this game's very disappointing. So again, we have a 100 offense, 99 defense, 95 goaltending rating for the record, even though those don't really matter. Did we figure it out? Fuck no, we didn't figure out goalie consistency. That's going to be dependent more on conversations with devs that I will hopefully be able to have soon. Let's sim the last game of the season. Against Winnipeg, it's a 2-1 win. How big of a winning streak were we on? Oh my god. So let's see, we have 4, 8, I can math, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 game winning streak heading into the playoffs. 2 out of 2 is the best, not according to them. 15 game winning streak heading into the playoffs. I fixed Connor McDavid. All is well. All is well. That is not an NHL best win streak. Oh yeah, we're 1,000% getting swept. That's not even a question. That's not even a question. So let's see. We made it. Vancouver, Vegas, and Anaheim. Calgary just continues to suck. The Central, St. Louis, Dallas, Winnipeg, and Nashville. The Atlantic goes to Buffalo, Boston, Tampa, Toronto, and Florida. So in the Metro, we have Philly, Washington, and Carolina. Let's take a look here. So holy shit, we weren't the best team in the league. Oh my god. Buffalo goes 60, 15, and 7. And they take the Presidents off of pity points, which is insane. We won 61 games and did not win the President's Trophy. That is batshit insane. Wow. That's brutal. You modded. Yeah, McDavid got over 100 points. I modded this game too. We might have a chance not having the President's Trophy curse. Worst team in the league, Calgary. San Jose. Oh my God! San Jose finished second last. And we have their #1 pick. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, God. So we win 61 games and have a chance at the #1 overall pick. Yep. And that's not even me ripping off the AI. They came to me with that offer, okay? God. Calgary, San Jose, Arizona, Pittsburgh, and Columbus. Your bottom 5. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's take a look. Goals for. We had to have had the best offense in the league. We absolutely did. One of 3 teams to average 3 goals a game or more. Goals against. We had the second lowest average, tied with St. Louis. Buffalo had the lowest, the only team allowing under 2. The power play was at 26.5%, which is just ridiculous. And the penalty kill was at 83%, which was top 5 in the league, tied with Boston. Not bad. Not bad at all. And again, we're on a 15-game winning streak heading into the playoffs. Whew. Damn. This team is nuts. It didn't even take that long. It didn't even take that long, and this team's just ridiculous. So, the squad this year, Connor McDavid, 105 points with 42 goals. Kirill Kaprizov, 99 points, 50 goals, 49 assists. He was a deadline acquisition last year. He was supposed to be a 1-year rental. We held on to him. That was the right choice. That was the right choice. 27 of his points are on the power play. And Leon Draisaitl, the third man on that top line, 89 points, plus 57, which is just stupid. Just stupid. That is fucking ridiculous, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. 114 goals from your top line. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know hockey all that well. Is that good? Ryan O'Reilly, our other deadline acquisition from last year, who ended up actually having a contract extension that I didn't know about. It worked out, though, because it was a very cheap deal. 63 points for him. Matt Tkachuk, our deadline acquisition, finished with 61 points. 51 for Ralph Penner with 27 goals. Andrew Andrews, AA, 50 points. Yahir Asham, who we traded up to get. Thank you, Toronto. I hope you enjoyed PK Subban. Finishes with 41 points in his rookie year. Marcus Ivanov with 33. Kyle Yamamoto with 30. So desperate to get rid of him, we hold on to him. He puts up 30 points on the 4th line, which is pretty damn good. Red Wings, thank you for the follow, by the way. Ole Janssen with 19 points. Lankow with 18. Not bad. That's the 4th line right there, and they did pretty well. In terms of goal scorers, by the way, we had 6 players hit at least 22 goals. Kaprizov hit 50. That is absolutely insane. What'd you do to get better stats? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. For those who are unaware, there is nothing you can do. You cannot edit the sliders to have better point production. That's not how it works. That only affects in-game stuff. Again, unless I was outright lied to by the devs that I talked to. So there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is go X-Tech style and bump up attributes and make like Connor McDavid a 99 and maybe lower goalie attributes. But as far as editing the sliders to make Connor McDavid get 105 points, it wouldn't do anything. The only thing is attributes, and this game, it's all random RNG. That's what it is. And I know random RNG, again, I always say that. It's all RNG, damn it. It's all random. It's RNG, is what I wanted to say. It plays out the way it wants to. There's nothing you can do to influence it aside from attributes. And bumping up that penalty slider, which I'll go show you right now, which I think is at a 3 out of 4 by default. The only thing you can truly do to try and influence, scoring is going to this rule slider and changing this penalty slider. That's it. That is the only slider. Fox, thank you. The weak foot's good. The weak foot's good. We have to play FIFA. We have to. I have the itch to play FIFA. Youngblood, what's going on, by the way? That is the only slider that you can change to try and influence what happens in-game. This is it. Same thing with injuries. The injury slider doesn't do anything. Turning it on and off does. Otherwise, complete RNG, and it's just a matter of getting lucky. So, if you want to try and have a little bit more offense, change that penalty slider to 4 out of 4. That's it. And you can bump that up as well to coincidental penalty time skill. If you have 20-minute periods, you might as well put that at 6 out of 6. But still, that's it. How is Tuki hosting someone while streaming? That is a Twitch glitch. I have to sneeze. I'm fine. I swear. Oh my god. I get all sneezy while streaming and talking. I don't know why. Anyway, back to certain stats. That is a beautiful amount of emote spam. Round of applause. Round of applause for the chat. Round of applause for the chat. It's what you like to see. It's what you like to see. We didn't even look at our defense yet. Seth Jones, Jesus Christ. How did our defense put up that much in terms of point totals when our offense was so deadly as it is? For the record, Kachuk is a minus player because he was on Calgary up until the deadline. Seth Jones, 63 points and a plus 65. OEL finished with 56 points. He was another deadline acquisition. McAvoy, 32 points, 25 for Andrewchuk, 19 for Clefbaum, 8 for Kravchenko, 2 for O'Mara, who was sent down once we acquired OEL. Goalie-wise, Thatcher Demko, a 929. That might actually not be good enough for the Vezina. Wallstead, wow. So this is either going to be Demko's last year, or we're going to have to move Wallstead, because Wallstead's ready. Wallstead is ready. He has to be called. He has to be the starter next year, or he gets dealt. So that'll be an interesting decision. We'll see if Thatcher can lead us to a second cup. McDavid, Kaprizov, and Draisaitl were top 3 in league scoring. Alexis Lafreniere with 84 points alongside his teammate Rentoul. Then you had guys like Genther and Larkin, who were teammates in Detroit, line mates in Detroit. Asmus Dahlin was up there as well. I'll look at defensive points in a second. Goal scorers, Kaprizov, the only player to hit 50, and we had 2 of the 3 40 goal scorers this year. Let's take a look. Best plus minus, Seth Jones, no surprise. Worst was Alec Martinez. LA had a rough year. Let's take a look at defenseman point totals. Dahlin killed it. Jones was in second, though. OEL also up there. Goal scoring king for defenseman. Dante Fabro scored 27 goals as a defenseman. That is insane. That is insane. Noah Delamont with 24. OEL with 20. 27 goals for the 82 rated Fabro. And goalie-wise, let's see what we got. Demko tied for the most wins. Luukkonen has the highest save percentage. He will more than likely win the Vezina. Spencer Knight for the Bruins, also up there, but mission accomplished with Demko. So, and as far as rookie scoring is concerned, Cole Caulfield of Montreal will more than likely win the Calder. Martinson was up there, and Andrew Andrews finishes a couple of points short, unfortunately, as does Yahir Asham. So Cole Caulfield will be your Calder winner. More than likely, that caps off a ridiculous regular season. The question is, who are we playing in round 1? It's gonna be Nashville, who finished with 89 points. Ooh, 6. We finished with 127. What is with custom-made defensemen being scoring machines? I don't know. But it just kind of happens. Same with Kaprizov being a scoring machine. It just kind of happens. Actually, shit, we're playing Anaheim. What? Wait, what? Should we not have been... Was there one more game left in the season? Oh! I thought Anaheim had more points than that. Whoops. I thought Anaheim had more points than that. Fuck, we're playing Anaheim in the first round again. That kind of scares me. That scares me a lot because we almost blew a 3-1 series lead against them last year. That scares me a lot. It's Vancouver, Vegas, St. Louis, Nashville, Dallas, Winnipeg in the East, Buffalo, Florida, Boston, Tampa, Philly, Toronto, Washington, and Carolina. Doogie playing himself, not for the first time. Hey, Ivory, take it easy. So we just looked at Anaheim, so we don't have to worry about that. And as far as our roster is concerned, I mean, there's nothing to change. There's nothing to change. I think we're good. We'll leave Ryan O'Reilly on the third line. I'd like to think we're going to get swept in the first round because we're just too damn good. Condors won their 11th in a row. They are also playoff bound. Even though Bakersfield is made up largely of random veterans this year, including JVR, Milan Lucic. But they do have guys like Kallio and Rask, Moran as well, that we're trying to build up. I'm actually going to go best lines there, and we'll see who we potentially take out of the lineup. I'm going to leave Gazdic and Farnham in. Missing the vintage NHL streams, need more 2K on here. Cheers, I know. I was playing 2K the other day when I was unsure of what I wanted to kind of counterbalance the other franchise mode I got going on. And we started doing an international tournament, and the Swedish jerseys were so bad that I had to stop. White on a Swedish jersey just doesn't work. But nobody told 2K that, so what are you gonna do? Marlowe's son. We can name it that. I might get into playing more 2K eventually. I'd like to see NHL 15 Xbox One version. I played it on Halloween. There's not much to speak of. The gameplay is fine. Everything else is bare bones. That's what it is. So, that's really the only way to describe NHL 15 on next gen. Is that the gameplay is actually not that bad, but everything else was pretty shit. So, oh god, watch Tukey play 2K. Okay, we'll get back into it. I played a lot of it. That's what I do. I mean, if you've watched me for any amount of time, that's what I do. I find something new, or that I'm interested in. I play the ever-loving shit out of it, and then I just leave it, and we revisit it in a while. Jers, gameplay for NHL 15 on the Xbox One's not that bad. It's just that everything else was gutted. Every mode was gutted. But I played it on Halloween because it's like, oh my god, it's so scary because it sucks. The gameplay wasn't actually that bad. How am I liking the Resident Evil 2 remake? As someone who did not grow up playing Resident Evil 2, because I'm a bitch, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of bullet sponge enemies, but I'm going to try to adapt to that tonight and just start shooting at kneecaps. And we'll see how that works out. But, yeah, it's okay. How much of a donation to get you to go through Blitz 1 and 2? How much do they cost on Amazon? Now, are we talking the original Blitz, or are we talking Blitz the League? That's the real question. It depends on how much they'd cost me. With a $5 surcharge. I grew up on the Resident Evil franchise. That makes sense. Like I said, I played them, but I never, played the hell out of them. Like, my cousins had them. So, it's like, I remember watching them play them, but that's about it. Anyway, let's get this going. But yeah, eventually, I'll probably play 2K again. I might even get some other older games. Blitz the League, I want to see the juicing possibilities. Already, there are juicing possibilities in Blitz the League. There are plenty of steroids. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna let this go. Through the first period, I'm gonna let this go. How much is Blitz the League? I never played Blitz the League 2. Blitz the League! On Xbox. The OG Xbox. What do we got? $18, huh? Apparently it's on the 360 and it's even more expensive. Huh. Oh, buy used for 50 cents. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, let's see, it's about $5 for the first Blitz the League. And, let's see how much is Blitz the League 2. Blitz the League 2 for the 360 is a bit more expensive, I gotta be honest. Blitz the League 2 is a little bit more expensive. We're talking like $30 apparently. So, ready to answer that question, it'd be about 40. It would be about 40. That is the correct answer. Blitz the League and NHL hits for the GameCube. I mean, I've played the hell out of NHL hits on stream though. I've played the hell out of hits on stream. Have I streamed Wayne Gretzky? I have. Not in a long time. As Lankow gets the goal, I still have my copy. I am gonna... I need to buy a new fucking tripod, clearly. Stop it. Or you're getting the duct tape. Oscar Clefbaum, thank you for scoring. I'm gonna go through the third period. This is a very untraditional way for me to sim this. Hold on. I think I still have my copy of Gretzky 3D. Give me a second. Is it in here? What? That's not good. Oh, Wayne. Wherefore art thou, Wayne? Oh, God. Going through the old 16. Diddy Kong Racing, Madden 99, Knockout Kings, Wave Racing Lover. Wayne. Where are you, Wayne? Every goddamn wrestling game under the sun. Yeah. Ugh. I can go back off. Walking through the orange. Walking through the orange. Yeah, in Blitz the League, you can juice up. Yeah, so, you know, hey. Still got it. Haven't played it in a long time. I think I played it on stream once. Maybe. So, you know. Anyway, we're back. In the orange and blue. Oh, God. Anyway, there's a lot of old sports games that can be played. Not even just limited to hockey. There's a lot. And I'm not against being one who goes back through vintage sports games at all. Like I said, though, through February, the reason... I know we won 3-0, by the way. And Yahir Asham gets his first ever postseason goal. Again, the game plan as to why I'm streaming the Edmonton and Anaheim series is I want to kill Demko with a shutout, by the way. The reason why I'm streaming Edmonton and Anaheim is I'm trying to kill time until the real-life NHL trade deadline, and then I'm not going to be streaming franchise mode on Twitch anymore. I'm going to take a break from it so I don't burn out on it. And then, of course, it'll just be a YouTube thing. So once that's over, I have time to fill. So that might be where some older games come back into play. We'll see. Did you ever try NHL Hits? I have streamed the hell out of NHL Hits. I don't stream it as much as some people want me to, but that's because I got burnt out on it. I got burnt out on it because, again, that's what I do. It's like, all right, let's play this game. Cool, I'm going to play it until I'm sick of it, and then not go back to it for months. So, that's just how I am. It's just how I am. The only N64 game played on stream was DKR? That's not true. That's the one that I played the most, though. But that is not true. We won game 1 by the score of, 3-0. NHL 94 is an esports scene. Indeed it does. It's got the couple of tournaments every year. Or at least the one big one. That Art is involved in. Super Mega 2 for all of March. Yeah, fuck that. I don't know if I'm going back to Super Mega 2. Not a big fan of perfect timing, perfect location, ground ball to third. Not a big fan of that, as most of you know. But then again, we've never won a title on there, so maybe someday we'll have to go back. First period of game 2. And it's 1-1. Yamamoto gets the goal for us, Tanev for them. There's way too much orange. Second period is scoreless. To the third we go. You gotta figure that MLB will be coming out, so we'll be doing a decent amount of that. Maybe bring back Catfish finally, with the changes they're making to the Be a Pro, essentially. The, whatever the hell, I can't remember what the hell they even called their mode. But that's fine. Oh boy, are we going to overtime? We are. We are. Of course, Mutant League Hockey and Mutant League Football were amazing. I had both for Genesis way back in the day. Both teams wear orange for a massive headache, right? Can't go wrong with MLB, and I won't. As we win game 2, Connor McDavid, who was terrible in the playoffs last year. Road to the show, that's what it is. Couldn't think. Well, we are up 2-0 in this series. Connor McDavid's the man. Oh, God. But yeah, I was going to say, out of everyone, I mean, last year with MLB The Show, I was like the only guy streaming franchise. So I plan on doing that again. Have I tried out of the park? Jers, I bought it when you mentioned it was $5. I haven't played it. I don't have time. I don't have time. There are too many goddamn games. Way too many goddamn games. And I will prove it to you. So, between something like Apex coming out, between doing a series on FIFA, doing a series on Madden and NBA, and then of course I play stuff like Mafia, but then there's NHL, and there's too fucking much to play. There is too much. Even if it's not like a, hey, you don't have to no-life this. There is too fucking much to play. It's ridiculous. Not to mention FHM. Demko, you're the man. McDavid, thank you for scoring. We're up 2-0. Oh, God. But yeah, I bought Out of the Park, but I haven't played it. I'll get around to it. Probably never, but maybe eventually. Yeah, Blitz the League's a really fun game. I don't know. I'm not against sitting there and just adding a bunch of old games for the 360, the OG Xbox, the N64. I'm not against adding a bunch of those old sports titles to my collection. That said, they can be a bit expensive. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Oh, God. Game 3, as the series shifts to Anaheim. Let's do this. To get around with. Yeah, exactly. Hey, well, that's the problem, though, too. It's not just what EA makes or fucking, you know, fucking MLB. It's like, hey, here's Football Manager. Here's Out of the Park Baseball. Here's FHM. It's like, I don't have time for all this shit. I do not. There's no way. Or at least not enough time to invest. There's no way. People are already complaining, like, you don't upload this series enough. And it's like, well, no shit. I don't get to upload FIFA every other day because people are like, play FIFA, play MLB, play fucking Madden, play NBA. It's like, just, it's too much. Anyway, first period. Henrique and Victor Rask. That's not ideal. Second period is scoreless. And we're having a little bit of trouble down in sunny Southern California. Wink, wink, here you go, wink, wink. Showtime, you're beautiful. That is a great way to help. That is not a great goal to suffer from. Showtime, that's a good start. Wouldn't this be back-to-back cups? It would be. It would be. We're going to lose game 3. 3-0. John Gibson shuts the door. And we're in just a tad bit of trouble. Not really, we're still up 2-1. But, you know, last year we had a 3-1 series lead. Who's to say that's not going to happen again? That is our first loss in 17 games, I do believe. So that's a little bit disappointing. But, you know, we can make it through. We can survive this. Come on, back cushion. Hey, there we go. That's the sweet spot. That is the sweet spot. Let's go into game 4. Get back on track with our focus. We'll talk about older titles soon. There's nothing but time to talk about older titles because they're not going anywhere. Anyway, first period of game 4, we get the opening goal, Leon Draisaitl. Good start. Second period, we get nothing. We're into the third period. Stream Flight Simulator. You know, it might help me get acclimated to the thought of being in a plane. Daniel Sprong ties this game. Can we get anything going on the power play? No, we cannot. Come on. Come on. Connor McDavid scores again. Can we win this game and take a 3-1 series lead in consecutive years? You can only fight off a sneeze for so long. Whew, that hurt the back. That hurt the back. Have I heard of Fusion Frenzy? I have not. I have not. If you're interested in Fire Pro with their manager mode released at the end of the month, I'm pretty sure. Icon, thank you. I've never played Fire Pro, but I've always been interested in finally playing Fire Pro. JT, what's going on? We are up 3-1 here. How about the backyard sports games? They were great, man. They were great. Particularly baseball, but you know. McDavid, 2-point night, not too bad. I'm going to call you JJ. Thank you for the follow. As we have, again, a 3-1 series lead on Anaheim in consecutive years, Connor McDavid isn't completely shitting the bed, so that's good. That's always nice for our best player to not just completely blow it in the playoffs. We're back home for Game 5. Let's see if we can end the series here quickly, unlike last year. First period, we get the opening goal. It's Yahir Asham, his second career postseason goal. Second period, not ideal. Jones and Henrique. We need a third period comeback. We need a third period comeback here, or I am going to be that much more concerned that we're going to 7 games no matter what. Come on. Somebody. We're going to go to 7, aren't we? We are going to go to 7. Antoine Morin scores. 3-1 is the final in Game 5. Much like last year. Menu lag, it is what it is. I 100% have to go blow my nose. Much like last year. Much like last year, we have a 3-1 series lead and we lose Game 5 at home. Question is, will we lose Game 6 on the road? Will we lose Game 6 on the road? The answer is probably yes. First period, we get the opening goal. Double A. Job well done. Second period, we might be okay. McAvoy and Ivanov. I desperately need to go blow my nose. So I'm going to, and hopefully... I muted that too early. Hopefully I come back to a playoff one.
Oh, good for you. I didn't unmute either. Fuck. Okay. Everything just went so poorly. Ow. So I get back after having to sprint across the house to find the wonders known as a napkin because I'm out of tissues and toilet paper. Oh God. I sit back down. I hit the unmute. It didn't unmute. And then I hit my knee on my computer. And that's a hard casing to hit your knee right on the edge. Oh God, out of toilet paper, and I'm not. There's more upstairs. There are 2 bathrooms in here. That's right, I'm fancy. 2 bathrooms. 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. Oh my fucking knee, Jesus. Oh, it fucking hurts. Like, I caught, kneecap, other bone, right in between there, on a corner. Oh, fuck, that hurts. That hurts so much. Anyway, what I was saying, I told Anaheim to kick rocks, but I accidentally said kick. I was going to say kick rocks, we kicked your ass, and I accidentally said kick ass. So, that's good. We're moving on. This has been a very weird past 10 minutes. You just said you were out of toilet paper for 1 bathroom, and I didn't want to run upstairs. It's called, I ran out this door. I took a left to that bathroom. There was no toilet paper, because I knew I was out of tissues. So then I had to go back over this way to the kitchen to grab a napkin, because I said, okay, I can either, once I took that right, go upstairs, napkin, going for the napkins. There's a difference. Out of toilet paper for 1 bathroom. That bathroom. I wasn't running upstairs. Because I didn't want to. So, kick rocks. Whew. Jesus. Ugh. God help us. God help us, everyone. What has? These did not come any cleaner from that. Andrews with 2 goals. Demko shutting the door. I did Mortal Kombat my knee. That's a good way to describe it. We're going on to the second round. Can we try to get back on track here? I don't know if we can. These didn't come clean at all. So that's great.
Holy shit, we're falling apart. People show up, start talking about old games and everything, and now we're just out of control. We are just out of control. But, I will say, Felipe, take it easy. I will say, if there is one thing, and one thing only, that can make me feel better about absolutely destroying my knee, it would involve, I don't know what would it involve? I don't even know. What would it involve? Guys, what would it involve? I don't know what it would involve. I don't know what it would involve. Never mind. I know what it would involve. I know exactly what it would involve. Because we're going on to round 2. Oh, there we go. It's the good stuff. It's the good stuff. There we go. You know, the good stuff. I had to do it again. I had no choice. Oh, boy. One of the best songs, New England, The Patriot and We, right? Oh, God. Anyway, when the hell are we going to find out who we're playing in the next round? It's Vancouver or Vegas. It is the Couve. It is the Couve. Alright, well, let's see how our team did in the first round, because at this point, I don't even remember. I'm not going to say we weren't paying attention, but we were a bit distracted. Thatcher Demko's the man, with a 941. Defensively, Jones is a +3 with 2 points. Charlie with a goal, he's a +3. Clefbaum's a +3. OEL is a +3. That third pairing got ripped to shreds. I believe in them, though, to turn it around. As far as the offense is concerned, 3 points for Draisaitl, point a game for McDavid, 4 points for Kaprizov. No goals for Kirill Kaprizov in that first round. That is probably the story of the first round. Matt Tkachuk, 2 assists, 2 goals for Andrews, 2 points for Penner as well. That awkward feeling when it's Saturday and you thought it was a Wednesday. That is very awkward. 3 points for Ivanov, 1 point for O'Reilly. So our offense isn't exactly off to a flying start. It's pretty much just the top line. And the fact that we had good goaltending. Kirill Kaprizov, who scored like 15 goals in the playoffs last year, didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Good old Spurgeon with the follow. I mean, I feel like that's bait. But, you know, rumor has it WrestleMania 36 will be in Tampa. Cool. I kind of wish I had had the money to get to WrestleMania this year because New York's not as much of a travel as Florida. But, you know, it is what it is. Will that alert for Spurgeon pop up already? Thank you.
Hey, Jared Spurgeon. Can we see the Jared Spurgeon?
There you go. As required. So, the Couve. Oh, God. So, yeah, it's Pedersen, Besser, Duchesne, Horvat, Lucas Raymond. Their defense is insane. With Riley Brodin, Byram Ulevi, Gardner, and Riley. And it's Michael DiPietro. MetLife's a crap hole. You aren't missing anything. Well, you know, still, be cool to get down there. It's not going to happen, though. Anyway, I'm going to start this. Let's go. Second round. Last year, after our first round debacle, we swept our way to the Cup final. Will that happen again this year? Probably not, but you never know. Thatcher Demko against his old team. Let's see what happens. First period, and Pedersen gets the opening goal. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Second period. That's a better sign. Yahir Asham gets his third goal of the postseason, I do believe. And we go to the third period tied up at 1 apiece. Oh, goodness. Power play. 5-on-3 for the Couve. They can't get anything going. We need someone to step up. I'm begging for Kaprizov to be the one. As again, that works too. Ole Janssen, that might have been shorthanded. Is that enough to take home the W in Game 1? Yes, it is. Of all the people, Kaprizov does not have a goal yet. Ole Janssen has 2. Demko with another great performance. Janssen and Asham, the goal scorers. And we have a 1-0 lead on the Vancouver Canucks. I am still recovering from that sneeze. Oh, my God. I'm picking my nose. I'm scratching underneath it. Even if I wanted to. I mean, come on. Anyway. Oh, God, I'm actually heading to WrestleMania this year. Just fucking solid flex. What's Demko's consistency rating, though? I mean, judging by how EA establishes the roster, probably a 1 out of 2. Right down the middle. Dylan, what's going on, man? You follow prospects at all? Thoughts on Matthew Savoy and Shane? Right, they're both 14 years old, so who the hell knows? That's the correct question. They're both 14. Talk to me in 4 years. Do I have a controller disconnected clip on the deck? I don't. Oh, it came from Finn. Finn's a good dude. Puts a lot of pressure on Carter Hart, but a good dude. Alright, game 2. We have been so unfocused. So unfocused about what's been going on here. Let's get back on track. First period of game 2. Never mind, let's not get back on track. We do very well when we're distracted, apparently. Duchesne and Travis Boyd with the goals. Second period. Logan. Not Logan. Dylan. Thank you. There's a game in with Logan who comes into the chat, too. Riley. O'Reilly. Oh, really? O'Reilly. Ivanov. Ole Jonsson again. And Kirill Kaprizov gets his first goal of the postseason. We're up 4-2. What happened to Anaheim? Nothing happened to Anaheim. I'll be recording more of it and streaming more of it tomorrow as Brock Besser gets Vancouver back to within 1. This game has been ridiculous. I'm afraid to even mention anything, so we're just gonna see what happens, you know? We're just gonna see what happens. I'm a little bit nervous. Less nervous now. Yeah, here Asham scores again. Don't the Leafs feel foolish? Leon Draisaitl, the empty netter. That is not how I expected this game to go. From being down 2-0 to winning this game 6-3. Beautiful. 3-point night for O'Reilly. 2-point game for Kaprizov and Draisaitl. And we're looking good. We have won the first 2 games of this series again. We swept our way past rounds 2 and 3 last year. And we're halfway and on our way, potentially, to a sweep of the Vancouver Canucks here in round 2. We're going to jump right into game 3. No lineup changes this time out. First period here in Vancouver. And they get the opening goal, Laurent Dauphin. 15 shots to 4, and we're losing. Second period, we're no longer losing. Yeah, here Asham again. So Asham is apparently the new Kaprizov. So we have that going for us. Razor, take it easy, buddy. We'll catch you later. Get some sleep like a normal person. Oscar Klefbom scores immediately to start the third period. And we have the lead. Is it another successful comeback on the books? We're halfway there. Will we walk away with a 3-0 series lead? It's looking likely. Boris, what's going on? 1:04 left. And Brock Besser has tied this. I should go blow my nose again. That's what I'm realizing. Shit. We're going to overtime. It's going to be Kaprizov or Travis Boyd. Let's see who it is. Will we lose in the second round for the first time? Last year was the first year we made the playoffs. We won the cup, and Dauphin scores again. There will be no sweep in round 2 this year, as a 2-1 lead evaporates. 44 seconds left. Brock Besser scores, and in an overtime, Dauphin gets his second. And the Canucks take game 3. We have ourselves a series. If you blow your nose, you're going to Mortal Kombat your knee. That's a fair point. In overtime, lost in game 3. Vancouver's right back in the series. It has gone the way of the first round matchup against Anaheim in terms of us winning the first 2 at home and losing game 3 on the road. Will that trend continue, though, with us winning game 4 on the road? Let's find out. Jumping right into it, no lineup changes. First period, that's a damn good start. Connor McDavid and Kyler Yamamoto, first line and fourth line with the goals. Second period is scoreless. We are 20 minutes away from having a chance to end this series back home in Edmonton in Game 5. A ridiculous amount of power play time goes to waste for the Canucks. They get a little bit more. That still goes to waste, and it doesn't matter. Matt Duchene scores afterwards. We have a power play chance of our own. Can't do anything with it. 2 minutes left. Is there a late goal on the horizon for the Canucks? There is not. Charlie McAvoy, the empty netter. And we have a chance to end this series. It's a 3-1 series lead. DiPietro and Demko both with strong games. But there's only one winner. 3-1 series lead. The Winnipeg Jets have swept the Nashville Predators. They await the winner of this series. And in the East, it's Toronto awaiting the winner of Buffalo-Tampa. Buffalo up 3-1 in that series. Let's see. We're going to jump into it. Game 5. Game 5. Let's do this. Let's do this. First period. And we get the opening goal. It's Langkow, the fourth liner. We're up 1-0. Second period. We are up 2-0. It is Ralph Penner. We're 20 minutes away from going back to the conference final. Pettersson scores. Ralph Penner gets it right back with his second of the game. We are 20 minutes away. Let me say the sentence. We're 20 minutes away from going back to the conference final in consecutive years. Jake Gardiner brought this game back to within 1. 5 minutes left. Can we hold on? Are we going back to the conference final to take on Winnipeg? Yes, we are. Zane Andrechuk makes it 4. We eliminate Anaheim. We eliminate Vancouver. We are going back to the conference final where we will be taking on Winnipeg. And in the East, it is Buffalo and Toronto. The Winnipeg Jets and the Edmonton Oilers. Back in the conference final in consecutive years. Let's take a look at the playoff tree. So again, it was over Anaheim in 6, over Vancouver in 5. Winnipeg beat Dallas in 5 and swept Nashville. This could be rough. Potential Sabres-Oilers final. Potential Oilers-Leafs final. That might be even more interesting. Let's take a look at how the team's doing. McDavid is still the leading point getter. Let's take a look here, though. So Draisaitl, 5 points in 11 games. Not amazing. 8 points for McDavid. 7 points. Only 1 goal for Kaprizov, which, again, is shocking. He had 15 goals last year in 22 games. He has 1 goal in 11. After a 99-point season as well. Tkachuk with 5 points, 4 points for Andrews, 5 points for Penner. Ivanov with 5, O'Reilly with 7, 6 points, 5 goals for Yahir Asham. And that fourth line, Langkow, Yamamoto, and Janssen have been great. Defensively, 5 points and a +5 for Jones, 2 goals for McAvoy, 3 points for Clefbaum, 4 assists for OEL, the 1 goal for Andrechuk, that empty netter, nothing from Kravchenko, and goalie-wise, Demko with a .935. It's pretty damn good. Have we won the cup yet? We won last year. We are the defending champions. Looking to defend our title. Cody, take it easy. Happy birthday to your mother. Hope you guys have a good day. Let's take a look at the Winnipeg Jets. We looked at them earlier. I mean, Ellis, Scheifele, Laine, Connor Strome, Bailey, Vesalainen, Appleton, Wheeler, Solaric, Roslovic, McClellan, Stanley Trouba, Pouliot, Honka, McCabe, Dahlstrom, and of course, Hellebuck's still going to be their goalie. And indeed he is. Are we a better team on paper? Of course we are. Will we win? That's an entirely different question. Your Winnipeg Jets. Yeah, sorry, Jesse. It comes down to the RNG. Everybody say a quick prayer to RNGesus. Hope he blesses us. We are better in every way. We're rocking the orange. Will it bring us luck? We're rocking the orange. We're rocking the orange. We got this. Game 1 against the Jets. It's been a weird postseason. We were so disrupted with talks of older games to get. Pyro, I don't know if you're in here. We should probably have a section for that in the Discord. Just be like, hey, what old games should we get? Yeah. Anyway. First period of Game 1 is scoreless. Second period is not. Penner and Asham. Good Lord. Who needs the top line when our scoring depth is off the charts? Penner and Asham. get the job done. Pancakes and the rookies getting it done. Third period. Can we hold on? You gotta rock the alternates. Well, I'm not jumping in. We'll see. You're jinxing it by saying, hey, wear this jersey when you win. You're jinxing it. Stop it. Stop it. There's no guarantee here at all. So stop it. I don't want you to jinx it. Yeah, I hear Asham scores again. Never mind, we might win. Yeah, here Asham is a beast. 3-0 shutout. 22 saves for Thatcher Demko. We take game 1 of the conference final. Yeah, here Asham, in his rookie season, the #1 pick, thanks to the Leafs being willing to trade that pick, and he is leading this team in points. Tied with McDavid, I should say. Oh, God, been hooked on Madden franchise. Backstory of this team is that the Oilers have sucked for a long time. So we're trying to make them into a winner, and have. But why stop at being a winner when you can be a dynasty? The Patriot way. To make a Madden reference. And a football reference. We're going right into game 2. There's no reason to change anything with this team. We are killing it right now. Let's see what we can do. First period. The Jets have the lead. Scheifele with the opening goal. Double-A ties it. Ehlers restores the lead. Second period. It's a 3-1 lead for the Jets. We have not lost on home ice. But Patrick Laine's goal could be the difference maker. RN Jesus, we need you. We need you. It's 3-1. And I'm thinking we're going to lose on home ice for the first time. It's not looking good. Winnipeg will take game 2. And that absolutely alters the rest of the way this series could play out. That is a big-time win for the Jets. Scheifele with a 3-point night. And we are going to need a big-time effort in Game 3. A big-time effort in Game 3. As we head to the Winnipegs, I'm tempted to make a lineup change for the first time. If we lose this game, we might have to. We'll see what happens first and foremost. Game 3, first period. And it's the inverse. Peter Solar gets the opening goal. Kaprizov finally scores his second of the postseason, and Ralph Penner gets another one. It's 2-1. Second period, it's a goal apiece. Yahir Asham scores again. Christian Vesalainen brings them back to within 1. It's 3-2. Heading into the third period. Who will take control of this series? Ehlers ties it. Wheeler scores again. 2 goals in under a minute for the Jets. Connor McDavid scores. It's 4-all. This is ridiculous. 6 minutes left. Scheifele scores. Is that going to be the final goal of this game? It looks like it. Winnipeg wins a shootout and a half. 3 goals in the third period. 5-4 is your final. And for the first time in this series, not this series against the Jets, but in what we're doing with Edmonton, we are trailing in a postseason series. Unless I'm mistaken. Pretty sure that's the case. And because of that, we are going to need to look to potentially change some things up, as the Leafs are 1 win away from sweeping Buffalo and punching their ticket to the Stanley Cup final. It's looking like it's going to be an all-Canadian final. 75% chance of that, I suppose. I don't know what to change. Draisaitl only has 5 points. McDavid with 9. 7 for Kaprizov. 8 points for Tkachuk. 6 for Andrews. 7 for Penner. That's a tough call. Buffalo's pretty much Canada, though. Yeah, pretty much. But still. I'm trying to think of what we could change up here. It might just be as simple as swapping Draisaitl and Tkachuk. I mean, Draisaitl has 5 points, 2 goals. 9 points for McDavid with 4 goals, 2 goals for Kaprizov. Tkachuk with 8 assists. Andrews and Penner have been doing okay. The third line's been fine. I mean, Asham has fucking 8 goals. And I mean, the bottom 4, or the bottom 3, fourth line's been fine. I think that's the one change to make, is swapping Draisaitl and Tkachuk. And just seeing if that sparks change like we need it to. Let's see what happens. Defensively, I'm mainly looking at plus minus. It's that third pairing, but they're not exactly getting killed. And Demko just flat out needs to be better. Demko just flat out needs to be better. The thing is, I don't want to play Asham any higher than I am, because he's already getting the job done, and so is Penner. So it's like the only thing I would do there is make the second line the third line. So I think they're doing alright. I need to try and get that first line going. I think that's the big factor here, is that Kirill Kaprizov is not producing like we know he can, and like he did last year. This is game 4, and we need a win, or we are in a whole lot of trouble. First period, goal apiece, Josh Bailey and Ralph Penner scores again. Second period is scoreless. 31 shots to 13, and we have no answer right now for Connor Hellebuck. 5-on-3 power play. We had the league's best power play, and we somehow did not score with like 8 minutes of power play time, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 6 minutes left. Are we going to overtime? Double A. Is that enough? Andrews gets the empty netter as well. 2 goals for Double A. This series is tied yet again. Do I ever play? No, playing's boring. Why? So I can outshoot the AI 40-5 and lose 7-0? Oh, goodness gracious. This series is tied. Demko needs to be better. Well, yeah, Grey Dog, the goal against average is low, but that's because he's not seeing a ton of shots, as that game kind of showed. His save percentage needs to be better. Goals against average doesn't mean shit. I mean, it does, but not as much as save percentage. This series is a best of 3 from this point onward. We're back in Edmonton for Game 5. I don't think we're going to make any changes. How good of a PC do you need to play on FHM5? Or is it only playable? I mean, you can use it on a laptop. If you just search FHM5, I'm sure that they're going to have minimum PC requirements listed. So, let's do a little bit of research and just know that if you're like barely above that minimum line, that you're not going to be able to do like, oh, I'm going to have every league be active. Like, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, I couldn't. So, Game 5. No lineup changes yet. No lineup changes yet. We'll keep Tkachuk on the top line with McDavid. First period. Ryan O'Reilly and Tkachuk score. That's Tkachuk's first goal of the postseason. Logan Stanley gets one back for the Jets. Second period. It's a goal apiece. Leon Draisaitl scores. Nick Ehlers keeps Winnipeg to within 1. We go to the third period of Game 5. It's oh so important to win this one. Power play time, again going to waste. Why is our power play struggling so much? The Jets with a power play of their own that is not successful. We have 9 minutes left. Is there a goal to be had? Come on, Demko, hold on. Hold on. Yahir Asham's 9th of the playoffs. And we are 1 win away from squaring off against Toronto in the Stanley Cup final. 1 win away from going to the Cup final. Will we face off against PK Subban? Actually, wait. Wow, Toronto. Holy shit. They had a 3-0 series lead. Buffalo's forced Game 6. Buffalo might not be out of it. Do I watch the AI play in overtime? If it's a Stanley Cup final game, yes, or a Game 7. Game 6. We're going right for it here. There's a chance Buffalo could reverse sweep the Leafs. First period. And we have a 2-1 lead. Kyler Yamamoto gets the opening goal. Kyle Connor ties it. Connor McDavid scores. We have a 1-goal lead. Second period. Again, 2 goals to 1 in our favor. Penner scores. Kyle Connor scores. McDavid scores again. 4-2. We're 20 minutes away from the Cup final. If we can just hold on. The Winnipeg power play is wasted by them taking a penalty. We couldn't capitalize on our little bit of time either. Kirill Kaprizov finally scores again. 5-2 for the second year in a row. The Edmonton Oilers are going to the Stanley Cup final Will it be Buffalo? Will it be Toronto? We don't yet know. But we outlast the Winnipeg Jets. We come back from 2-1 down to take the series in 6. Connor McDavid with a 3-point game. OEL with a 4-point game. Demko with 34 saves. And we are going to the Stanley Cup final again. And it is Toronto. They beat Buffalo in 6. Leafs and Oilers. Leafs and Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. Thank God Buffalo lost, or we would not have had home ice advantage, even though it doesn't mean anything. But still, better chance to win the cup at home. Oh, man. Let's take a look at the team. Let's take a look at the team. Matt Tkachuk, 12 points, only 1 goal, but he's a +7. Connor McDavid, 6 goals, 8 assists. Kaprizov has 3 goals, again, 12 shy of what he had last year. Second line, only 8 points for Draisaitl still, 8 points for Andrews, 11 for Ralph Penner. Third line, Ivanov on 5 points, 11 for O'Reilly, 11 for Asham. The fourth line of Langkow, Yamamoto, and Janssen were a little bit quiet in that series, but they're still doing all right. I don't think we have to panic call up Marleau or Rask. We will if we get in trouble. The only one I'm worried about right now is Draisaitl. Like, the second line's been... I don't think we can change anything. The only move would be dropping Kaprizov, but he still has 12 points. Right, that's like the only thing I can think of, is dropping Kaprizov to the second line and having Tkachuk, McDavid, Draisaitl if we get in trouble. But for now, I think we're good. I mean, we know the defense is producing as well. Demko with the .931. Stanley Cup final against the Leafs. We looked at them earlier. Matthews, Nylander, Marner, Tavares. Jeff Skinner is there. Jeremy Bracco. I mean, dude, my nose is itching like a son of a bitch. There's no doubt they are quite top-heavy. Frosty. Buddy. Pal o' mine. Pal o' mine. What's going on? How'd the stream go? Welcome to the fine, horrible world of a Toronto-Edmonton Cup final. It's as horrifying as it sounds. But this is the Leafs team we're going up against. They are quite top-heavy. They are quite top-heavy. Ryan Spooner is indeed there. And on defense, there's no doubt they have a decent team. They have a good team, but we are more well-rounded. Although Frederik Andersen has been playing like a goddamn brick wall. There is no real way of knowing how this is going to go, is there? There's no real way to know. I want to take a look at the ratings. Edmonton-Toronto final. Indeed, we are going for back-to-back cups as the Oilers. We have a higher-rated offense because of the stronger fourth line. We have a better-rated defense, and we have the advantage in goaltending. Stream franchise, too. Frosty, what team are you using, buddy? Honestly, I haven't even checked to see who else was streaming tonight, so... Let's do this. Going for consecutive cups. Game 1 in Edmonton. No real reason to change anything just yet. Let's see what happens. First period. And it's a 2-1 lead. Ola Janssen gets the opening goal. Ryan Spooner scores less than a minute later. Ralph Pancakes Penner gets a goal back. 13 shots to 8. We're up 2-1. The Norfolk Marines. Nice. Expansion teams are still too much fun to make. I always put way too much work into the arena and then never use the arena. Second period. It's 3-1. Ryan O'Reilly scores. 24 shots to 14. So we go to the third period. We have been able to get to Freddie Andersen early, which is huge for us with him having a plus .950 save percentage. As both teams have power play chances go to waste. Under 10 minutes to go. Marcus Ivanov makes it 4. And that should do it. Under 5 minutes to go. William Nylander scores. Do they have time? They do not. Game 1. Game 1 to the Oilers. We are 3 wins away. Did an hour customization before even doing the expansion draft. Exactly. It's addicting as hell. Game 1 to Edmonton. 2-point night for O'Reilly and OEL. 23 saves for Thatcher Demko. Oh boy. Here we go. We are three beautiful wins away from back-to-back cups. Game 2. No reason to make any changes. We got this. I hope. Didn't bother with an AHL team though. I normally just make up the logo and assign the colors, and then you can like auto fill out the jerseys. It's quick and easy that way. First period of game 2. We're good. I'm totally not getting confused. First period is scoreless. Second period of game 2 is not scoreless. Yahir Asham gets his 9th goal of the playoffs, maybe his 10th. As we go to the third period up by 1. Yahir Asham scores again. If he didn't have 10 goals, he does now. Who needs Kirill Kaprizov when you have Yasham? Again, for those who do not know, Toronto had the number 1 pick. Oh God. They had the rights to draft Yahir Asham. They wanted to trade the pick. We sent them PK Subban. We draft Yahir Asham, and he sinks them single-handedly in game 2. 2-1 is your final. We are 2 wins away from another cup. Yasham is the man. I wish they'd add the NHL crest to the uniforms by default. Andy, I completely agree. I 1000% agree with that. Asham with 11 goals this postseason, 14 points, leading this team. The fact that we're not going to have a 20-point getter if we win this cup is insane. That's so incredibly low scoring, especially for a team that averaged the most goals in the regular season. We go to game 3 in Toronto. Should have thought of that for the AHL. Now you know for the future, though, Frosty. I believe on Xbox it's Y. So, like, if you go in, you customize your team, you make the logo what you want, and you have your 3 team colors, then you just go to whatever jersey style you want. Same for, like, socks and everything, and then you can just hit Y, and it will do up the colors for you. It's not going to look great, but it'll be better than it being, you know, nothing. So, now you know. First period of game 3. Huge game for the Leafs. First period. And that's a great start for us. Ola Jonsson and Oscar Klefbom. 11 shots each. We're up 2-0. Second period. The Leafs get one back. It's John Tavares. 24 shots to 20. We are 20 minutes away. Potentially, Austin Matthews ties it on the power play early on. Yasham. We thought Kaprizov last year was ridiculous. Yasham. My God. Power play. Connor McDavid restores the 2-goal lead. 6 minutes left. The Edmonton Oilers are 1 win away from back-to-back cups. 3-0 series lead off the back of a 4-2 victory in game 3. We are 1 win away. 28 saves for Thatcher Demko. A 2-point night for Leon Draisaitl. We are 1 win away. We make a trade with the Leafs at the draft to get the number 1 pick, and he is currently on pace to be the main man to contend with Thatcher Demko for the Conn Smythe. We'll see if that happens. Let's do it. Game 4. Cup is in the building. Do we have back-to-back Stanley Cups? Let's find out. Is the Edmonton dynasty reborn? First period. Andrew Andrews and Oscar Klefbom again. We barely brought him back. We did. It's working out pretty well for us. Second period. Jeremy Bracco scores to make it 2-1. Leon Draisaitl and Ryan O'Reilly make it 4. We are 20 minutes away. Again, we won. Did we not win the Stanley Cup last year in like a 7-2 final? Here we go. 20 minutes away from sweeping the Leafs. Yahir Asham scores again. It is 5-1. Alan McShane gets a goal back. It's 5-2. Under 10 minutes to go. And that is gonna do it. 5-2. We are going to sweep the Leafs in the Cup final, there was a request. I don't know if I want to adhere to it because we're not at home, but there was a request to rock the McFarland jersey. There was a request. What do we think? McFarland jersey, or do we just go with our normal road jersey? Where are we raising? What jersey are we raising this cup in? Do we rock the McFarland jersey, or do we just go with... Honestly, I love that Edmonton jersey. That Edmonton jersey's badass. I love their road jersey so much. The blue looks great. McFarland. KO the Leafs. McFarland. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We will rock the McFarland jersey. The Leafs. Don't you have a white alternate? Oh my god, no. Jesus, that's awful. Oh god, and that's even worse. Alright, you can just wear your away jerseys. Jesus. Let's do it. Oh, let's not. Let's not. I don't want to play. I want to go coach. I don't want to play. I want to root my team on. Why would I want to play? Screw that. I do kind of want to use the team, but it's cool. It's cool. We're good. Now, I'm going to run and get some celebratory Palmer because my throat is on fire. And I'll be right back. Enjoy the fine. I mean, I'll be back in like 30 seconds, but still, we're going to win the cup again. It's great. That was 1,000% less than 30 seconds. Are you kidding me that the AI already took a penalty? The AI took a penalty immediately? What a surprise. Matt Tkachuk, what a goon. Goon and a half. What a guy. Matt Tkachuk, by the way, winning a Stanley Cup in Edmonton. How's that feel? For Oilers fans, or for Flames fans, I can only imagine. Draisaitl. Do what you gotta do. I'm tempted to play this just because I'm sure this team's fun to use, but it's not as if we have that many AI or computer-generated players outside of like AA and Asham. William Nylander. Liljegren. That nickname's not paying out for him, is it? Liljegren steps in, shoots it 1,000 miles wide. Let's get the old line changes out there. Draisaitl gets destroyed by Subban. That's unfortunate. Matthews. In the corner, Austin Matthews for Marner, and he snipes it. This game might not be over. Not a good idea to leave Mitch Marner wide open in front. It is 5-3. Is there a comeback on the horizon? Is there a comeback on the horizon? Would that not be the most Oilers thing ever? To just absolutely choke from here. Subban cuts in, nearly finds a way. Here's Kirill Kaprizov. Kaprizov tries to cut in for no reason when there's absolutely no space at all. You know, my argument has always been, you could probably tell if the game was fun to play by whether or not the AI is actually smart enough. I genuinely wonder how often the devs watch the AI gameplay. Because that's a pretty good warning sign at like how the game's tuned and programmed. Is whether or not the AI constantly make very dumb decisions. And they do, often. Kaprizov tries to find McDavid. Charlie McAvoy. And Kaprizov gets tripped. To the power play we go. With 2:52 left, John Tavares to the box. It is Tkachuk, O'Reilly, and Penner against Grundstrom and LeBerge. That is Matthew Tkachuk, who nearly sniped it. Rebound for Penner. Dermott gets it away from O'Reilly. Brady Tkachuk is still in Ottawa alongside Braden Point. Here's Carl Grundstrom for the Leafs. Drops back to Subban. Subban steps in. Big glove save by Demko. Plays it out as well. OEL for Tkachuk. Drops back. Cleft bomb. Finds Penner. Cut to the outside. Penner drops back. OEL to O'Reilly in front for Tkachuk. He can't scoop it home. LeBerge on the attack. They're not dumping it. Pridex, what's going on? Pass in front. Clefbaum intercepts. And here's O'Reilly on the counter. Penner. Will he cut inside for no reason? He will not. Tries to throw it in front. Broken up. Anderson covers. 2:05 left. 2:05 away from back-to-back Stanley Cups. And there it is. The Stanley Cup at the Spa where it has never been. And may never be. Let's see. It's McShane and Spooner against Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kaprizov. McDavid on the draw. Wins it. McAvoy, Kaprizov for Draisaitl. Draisaitl for McDavid. Leon. Shot. Rebound for McDavid. Another save by Anderson. As Subban turns it over. Anderson's there. PK won the cup with us last year. Not so much this year. Not so much this year. Fritz and Spooner. It's Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kaprizov. Still, McDavid wins the draw. OEL's shot is blocked. Left bomb for McDavid. Shot. Big rebound for Anderson. Nobody there but Liljegren. He finds Spooner. Spooner over the blue line. Ryan Spooner. Shot. Save by Demko. 1:34 left. Yahir Asham leading the postseason in goals. One more than Austin Matthews. Would Yahir Asham win the Conn Smythe? Or will it go to Thatcher Demko for the second year in a row? Liljegren has trouble. Slap shots blocked. Here's Ryan O'Reilly. 1:25 left. O'Reilly in front. Broken up by Liljegren, who's battling. O'Reilly throws it on. Kick saved by Anderson. Pascal LeBerge for Grundstrom. Carl Grundstrom as the Leafs pull Anderson. Here's Dermott. Broken up. Here's Penner. Man fresh out of the box. Ralph Penner. Shot and scores. Through the legs. Ralph Penner. Don't know what that guy is doing, but he's having a fun time. The Edmonton Oilers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. He shoots it clean through the legs of PK Subban, and that will do it. The empty net power play goal. Yeah, it's one of the better sports celebrations. I agree. FIFA's is pretty good, even though it's, FIFA's is pretty good. Madden's is okay. It used to be better. I don't know what like an NBA's looks like. To be honest, MLB's is pretty disappointing. MLB is like really basic. I was surprised to see how bad the show's celebration was, or at least how basic it was. What other game am I forgetting? I don't know what other game I'm forgetting. I think that's all of them. Cup final sweep. Yeah, that's a fair point. We swept this series. As crazy as that is. Matthews, Marner, and Nylander out there trying to get something going. Mitch has the goal in this third period. Having trouble. Marner steps in, saved by Demko. Rebound still loose, recovered by Andrechuk, who then turns it over. Nylander's there, no line change for the Oil. 10 seconds to go. The Edmonton Oilers, needless to say, have been fixed. Big kick save by Demko. Back to back Stanley Cups for the Oilers. Back to back cups for the Oilers. We sweep the Leafs, winning the cup at home, or winning the cup on the road this time, as opposed to winning at home last year. I feel bad. Nicholas, thank you for the follow. I feel bad. Like, God, could you imagine? Like, the Steve Dangle review. The LFR for this would be the most tragic thing I think we've ever seen. Back-to-back cups. Back-to-back cups for the Oilers. Like I said, it's gone from fixing the Oilers to seeing just how far this dynasty can go. I am very much intrigued to see who's going to win the Conn Smythe this year. Again, we leave PK Subban behind. He made it back to the Cup final. You think of the guys that we got rid of: Ty Barry, PK Subban, Ty Dellandrea, Jay O'Brien. Like, the bottom six nearly completely changed. And then again, more trade deadline acquisitions. Thatcher Demko is going to be the Conn Smythe winner for the second year in a row with a .933 save percentage. Probably worth it, although I have to be honest, I kind of wish it went to Yahir Asham. Has there ever been a rookie Conn Smythe winner? There has to have been, right? Who was the last rookie Conn Smythe winner? Did Cam Ward win the Conn Smythe in 06? Okay, how many rookie Conn Smythe winners have there been, and when was the last one? I wish it went to Yahir Asham, but Thatcher Demko gets it done. And again, you guys voted to have Thatcher Demko be our goaltender. It's worked out. Cam Ward's the last one. Dryden. Yeah, that makes sense. Connor McDavid raises the Stanley Cup. Last year he did it in Edmonton. This year he does it in Toronto. Back-to-back Stanley Cups. He passes it along to Leon Draisaitl, I do believe. Indeed he does. Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, they did a much better job with this animation. They really did. Hands it off to Marcus Ivanov, getting it second. Interesting choice. Again, I wish you could pick the order. This celebration's great. I do wish, though, that there was a little bit more to it. I wish you could pick the order. I wish you could pick the order. Frederick McDonough. There you go. Freddie's the man. I miss Frederick McDonough. There will never be another player like Frederick McDonough. If you don't know who that is, search like Tougie best draft pick ever. You'll find it. Thatcher Demko does it again. Thatcher Demko does it again. Captain McDavid. Clefbaum comes back as a part of this team. Ryan O'Reilly, Kirill Kaprizov. Absolutely ridiculous what this team's accomplished. Let this become the first team since the Islanders to win 3 in a row. I mean, we're going to try. We're not done. You hear Asham, first star of the game, as he should have been. Like I said, I kind of wish that Asham won the Conn Smythe. Demko won it last year. So, Hextall won the Conn Smythe as a rookie as well. Damn. I knew that there had been quite a few, or at least I felt like there had been quite a few. But I couldn't say with certainty that they weren't like second-year players. 17 points, 13 goals for Yahir Asham. Not enough to win the Conn Smythe, but I forgive him. We'll double-check our stats in a second, as well as look at the awards, as the Calder Cup is still going on. That's insane, though, to think about what Kaprizov did last year. The Belleville Sens win the Calder. Kaprizov had 15 goals last year. This year, not quite to the same level, I'd say. I think that's fair to say. But, again, to recap the jersey. The jersey? The journey. To recap the journey. I was looking at the lovely jerseys comment by AJ in the chat. Trying to catch up. We beat Anaheim in 6. We beat Vancouver in 5. Winnipeg in 6. And then sweep the Leafs. And in the Calder Cup final, Belleville beat the Colorado Eagles. Unfortunately, Bakersfield lost in the second round to those same Eagles. Let's take a look at how we did. So it was Asham leading the way with 17 points. No controversy with McDavid this time. 16 points. Same as Ryan O'Reilly. This year, very well-rounded. The offense didn't come from just a couple of players. It came from everybody. Kaprizov with only 3 goals, which is nuts. He had more goals last year than he had points this year. And we still won. Tkachuk with 13. So 13 points each for Tkachuk and OEL as deadline acquisitions. Tkachuk we're probably just going to have to let walk. OEL we might try to trade. And matter of fact, we might have to. But lowest point total, I mean, it was Kravchenko and Andreychuk with 3, and they're the third pairing D. And goaltending-wise, again, it was good enough for another Vezina. A .934 for Thatcher Demko. 16, 4, and 1 with 2 shutouts. And a .191 goals against. That's shooting percentage. I didn't even look. I know it would be high, of course, because it's the playoffs. 21% and a 27 for Andrews. That is ridiculous. Andrews only took 22 shots, and he scored on 6 of them. That's good, right? That's good. Back-to-back cups for the Oilers. Again, Philly, Washington, and Nashville, the 3 other teams below. We did not win the President's Trophy, thank God. We did last year and still won. Buffalo beat us by a point. Player awards, Connor McDavid wins the Art Ross and the Hart. Rasmus Dahlin wins the Norris, the Lady Byng to Kaprizov. The Calder does in fact go to Cole Caulfield. Conn Smythe to Demko for the 2nd year in a row. The Vezina to Luukkonen. Demko had won it last year. The Jennings to Luukkonen. Logan Stanley to Masterton. The Selke to Connor McDavid. Damn. As well as the Ted Lindsay and the Rocket Richard to Kirill Kaprizov, even though he only had 3 goals in the playoffs. Down in the AHL, Nolan Foote put up the most points and was league MVP. Most goals were scored by Chick Monik, whose computer generated. Rookie of the year was Flood. Connor Carrick was the best defenseman. Jacob Markstrom the best goaltender. And he was also the MVP of the playoffs. Connor McDavid has one hell of a year and leads us to the Stanley Cup. And next time out, we'll see what happens. How much is going to change with this team? Cap space-wise, we have very little space right now, but we do have space. We'll be able to make it work. It might be a little bit tough. We have some big decisions to make. The biggest decision, perhaps, what do we do with Demko? Because Wallsted's ready to go. We could use him as a backup, but Wallsted's absolutely ready to go. Defensively, again, someone like OEL might have to be on the way out. I would expect more defensive changes. Forward-wise, there's no way to know. Not to mention, we have 6 first-round picks. Whether or not we have the number 1 overall pick, I won't leave you on a cliffhanger. Let's find out if we have the number 1 overall pick thanks to San Jose. Back-to-back cups. And thanks to the Sharks offer sheet, we have the 3rd overall pick in this draft, as well as the 12th. Thank you very much, Pool Party. 3rd overall pick. 6 picks in general in the first round, with assets to trade. And unfortunately, there's no franchise at the top of the list, but 3 defensemen. Howard Gentile. Jimmy Hart! Oh, I'm drafting Jimmy Hart, and you can't stop me. We will. Spoiler alert. We are drafting Jimmy Hart, and you cannot stop me. That'll be next time, though. That'll be next time.